Okay, good evening, Bellends. We've got another episode here for the MST podcast. Um, this week we are going to discuss food slash cuisine. So I want to kick it off with some quick fire questions, which I've got for you. It actually kicked off with you, McSweeney, mentioning favorite sauce. And I thought, yeah, why not? Let's have a quick fire load of questions. So no going into detail, just a quick answer, and yeah, more or less we'll just go around in a circle and we'll ask. So, favorite sauce, McSweeney, you first.
Gonna go for a nice English variety, Commons mustard.
Mustard. Timothy.
I don't have it as much anymore, but HP brown sauce.
Okay, two sauces. Mustard I can't stand because it's chili, and brown sauce I can't remember the last time I had that. But for me, it's garlic sauce. Garlic sauce.
Oh, very extravagant.
Specifically with not Caribbean shit, Lebanese that style, the Turkish food, with the kebabs and stuff, with the mixed grills and all that shit. Bit of
Oh
garlic
yeah,
sauce, mate,
yes.
pucker. Favorite vegetable. Again, McSweeney first, Timothy, and then me. So we'll go around in that order.
Broccoli.
Broccoli, nice.
Sweet corn.
Sweet corn. For me, it's mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Favorite.
Are we counting that? Is that one of those?
It's a fucking vegetable, mate.
Ones?
It's a fucking vegetable, isn't it?
Should we fact check that?
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be fact checked. I feel like it's
fucking vegetable all day long,
fungi,
love.
isn't it?
I got to Google this now.
No,
apparently not. I'm afraid we can't take that as an answer.
Fuck
But
off,
we
it's
can
a
take it as an answer
vegetable.
for something else.
It's a fucking
Nah.
vegetable. End of. Favorite fruit, McSweeney.
Fruit, olives.
Olive. No, that is controversial. That's more
It's
of a
definitely a
vegetable.
fruit.
That's more of a vegetable for me.
It's a botanical fruit. The tree itself is a fruit tree.
I'll let you have it, Timothy.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's up?
Favorite fruit.
Oh, sorry, I lost my network for a little bit. Granny Smith apples.
Apples. I'm sorting your
Please,
fucking
mate.
network out. Will you? Fucking hell. For me, it's a mango. I love a mango.
Mango
Favorite.
chutney. Yeah.
No, not the chutney. Actual
Not
mango.
the chutney.
Proper mango. Proper mango. Favorite meat.
Yeah.
McSweeney?
Okay. So, chicken.
Chicken. Interesting.
Mm. I'd say chicken as well. It's a toughie. I'd say chicken. Yeah.
Chicken.
Yours?
Bland. I'll have to probably go with beef. I'll go with
Oh,
beef.
you were close there though. You were close to going chicken as well, no?
No, I was going to say lamb, mate. I was going, as in lamb.
Or he's gonna say like something really posh like venison.
Now, I'll be honest with you guys. Like chicken, I do like and I eat a lot of it. However, I just find it a bit bland at times. Like it has to be cooked right. It has to be the right piece of chicken. Like I can't stand breast piece chicken. It has to be fry or drum. But fry is my favorite piece. But yeah, it's just too common. You eat it too frequently. It doesn't really feel like a treat. That's my point. But yeah, moving on.
Just like any meat though, it's got to be seasoned properly. And if it's not seasoned properly, then it's not going to hit the spot. If you're literally just cooking lamb or just cooking steak, it's like.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I enjoy them more. That's the point. I guess what I'm trying to get at is I enjoy them more than I do chicken. But I do like chicken. Don't get me wrong.
I suppose the danger of like the likes of chicken and turkey is the type of meat, it can get dry if it's not cooked properly.
Yeah,
It's overcooked.
I think the key is the piece of the meat, the animal as well. Like I said, if you eat in the leg piece, then it's delicious for me, chicken. But if you eat in a breast piece, then it's dry as hell. Unless it's cooked right. Again, it can be
Yeah.
cooked. Favorite crustacean or fish? So basically seafood.
I'm gonna say salmon.
Salmon. Timothy?
I'm depending on my mood, I'd probably go tuna if I just wanted something easy.
Tuna.
But-
Tin tuna. Fucking hell, love.
If I'm going all out, mussels hits the spot.
Must.
Mate.
For me, it is a mackerel. I fucking love mackerel.
Mackerel.
Favorite fish.
I was gonna go back to the tuna quickly. Yellowfin tuna or what? What sort of tuna? Raw tuna?
Tin tuna.
Tin
Tin
tuna.
tuna, mate. Honestly, when
John
it
West.
comes to fish,
John West.
I can't do like hot salmon or freshly cooked salmon. If it's smoked salmon that I can have in a sandwich or a salad, I love it. Tuna, I can't do like a tuna steak or anything like that. But if it's a tin tuna that I can put in a sandwich or put in a salad, love it. When it comes to fish, I'm really fucking fussy. I'm like a fucking child, mate. Honestly, like a
I
child.
got, this talking of tuna has brought me on to another category I can add. Favorite sandwich, McSweeney.
Oh,
What's your most
say
common or most favorite sandwich you might buy from a meal deal, let's say, or shop?
I'd probably go like smoked salmon cream cheese.
Yep, Timothy.
Um, BLT for me.
Yeah, for me, he mentioned smoked salmon. Mine's the same as you, McSweeney. Smoked salmon and cream cheese.
Yeah.
Fucking love it. Beautiful. Okay, where are we? Favorite drink or beverage?
By the way, for this one, I'm gonna
Al
include. Sorry.
I was going to say, McSweeney, sorry. Alcoholic beverages are allowed.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say an alcoholic one and a non-alcoholic one.
Mm.
So if it's an alcoholic one, it'd be Peroni lager. Um, and non-alcoholic, I'll go for a hot drink because I like my hot drinks.
Mm.
Earl Grey tea.
Oh, very fancy. Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, grade C.
Um,
Jesus.
Timothy.
Yeah. For me, I keep it nice and easy. I go for like a Kronenberg as a beer. I don't mind it. It's nice and calm. Favorite other drink, I don't know. I'm tossed up between a coffee or a full fat Coke. Love them. But
Coke.
for me, it'd probably be a full fat Coke because it feels like a little treat, you know?
Especially after a meal, you like wash your food down. That's what I always say.
Yeah, love it, love it. Yours?
You know what? For me, it's a tough one. Like, I probably would go with mango juice. I do love a good fucking mango juice. Alcoholic option, if you can call it that, is a virgin. Yes, virgin. What's it called? What's the one I had with the passion fruit?
Oh, the Paul Star Martini, isn't
Also,
it?
yeah,
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I did like that. I do like passion fruit. So yeah, but obviously it's a virgin one. But yeah, no alcoholic for me.
yeah.
Good Muslim, as you know. Yeah, you know.
Mm.
Favorite flavor of crisps.
Prawn cocktail.
Good shout, Timothy.
Mm. Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar. You know what? I was umming and ahhing about this one because I'm not too sure which one is my actual favorite. But if I had to really choose one, I do like, like the steak ones, like flame grilled steak. McCoy used to do that back in the
Oh
day.
yeah, yeah,
I did used to love the Walker's barbecue they used to do as well, but they don't do it anymore. But to be honest, like the most recent stuff that I've eaten, like the what's it called, the Tyrrell's. I think they've got a sour, the green one. I can't remember what the fucking what it's called. Things like chives and cheese and something.
Oh,
But
it's
the
like sour cream and chive.
yeah, yeah, that's it. But the kettle red onion and cheese is really nice as
Oh,
well.
yeah, good shit.
So
I was going to say, what about the sweet chili? Remember the sensations stuff?
I did used to love that back in the day. My mom used to buy that a lot from the supermarket. I did used to love them, but I haven't had them in quite a while.
So yeah,
I forgot. Sorry, my favorite crisp has got to be Pringles.
yeah,
Either the barbecue flavor or the paprika flavor. Got Pringles. I know they're not technically classed as crisps anymore because they're not actual real crisps, but Pringles are fucking mustard, mate. I can't lie.
oh yeah, I'm a big fan of them back in the day. What is it that what aren't they classed as crisps anymore? What is it the way they're manufactured
Yeah,
basically?
yeah, but basically they can't have the word potato chips on them anymore because they're not actual, like like with Walkers, the
Yeah,
actual potato cut. Pringles are not. They're like mushed together. They're like manufactured. I don't know the word I'm trying to think of, but they're not actual crisps. They're like fake shit,
yeah,
basically.
Mm.
But they taste so fucking good. That texture you get when you have a couple, you know. But so yeah, that I don't give a shit how they made. They taste good. That's what that matters.
yeah.
But yeah, Pringles are probably for me. But so next one is favorite ice cream.
I'm gonna go with actually more recently salted caramel.
salted caramel is a good shout.
Yeah.
Timothy?
I'm gonna go old school and go for 99 flake.
Oh,
99 flake. For me, I'm gonna keep it simple as well and probably go for the old raspberry ripple. I used to remember getting the tubs from the supermarkets. Raspberry ripple was always my fave. If I'm buying an ice cream from the an ice cream van, I would always go for lemon ice or lemon flavor. So I'd have to give that a special shout as well. You get all the fancy ice creams nowadays with the Magnums and the Cornettos and all that shit. But if we're talking actual flavor, then yeah, it has to be one of the ones that I mentioned.
yeah.
Um, Favorite cereal?
Right. So this is quite a decadent choice. It's a triple chocolate crunch. Yeah, I don't have this anymore, by the way. I used to have it. M&S do it, Waitrose do it, all like the posh supermarkets do it, but it's basically like chocolate. It's like chocolate chips, and you got like the sort of standards, like is it granola or something?
Mm.
Yeah, the sort of standard cereal you get, granola, but it's got chocolate with it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's that. I used to have it when I was a bit younger. It'd be like a weekend treat sort of thing. But yeah, like this triple chocolate crunch. If you look it up, you've probably seen
Is
it.
it? Would you say it's similar to a what's it, crunchy nut like the clusters, the chocolate clusters, or
Similar to that, yeah. It's a little
because
bit more kind of like upmarket 'cause it's got like almost like bits of fudge in it, like kind of yeah. You got the clusters, and then you got the fudge as well.
okay, fair enough, fair enough.
So yeah, it's a bit over the top in terms. It's more like having a dessert for breakfast, but there you go.
Ah,
It's a
okay,
treat.
nice. Timothy?
If I'm being a good boy, I'll have like a special K, so it's high in fibre, high in protein, so on and so forth.
Ooh.
But if I'm being naughty, a cookie crisp. Have you
Ah,
had any of
Cookie
those?
Crisp, Cookie Crisp. I've not had that in a while actually. I used to like that back in the day.
I completely forgot about it, and then I just googled now cookie cereal, and I was like, yeah, that's the
They
one.
still, yeah,
Cookie
they still
crisp.
make it. I'm sure
Still make it.
I bought it for my kids once.
Yeah, it's like a
Um,
ton of sugar per fucking
yeah.
inch. Another one. Anyway.
Um, for me, if I'm talking back in the day, I did used to love Golden Nuggets, and I still buy them for my kids now, actually, so they like them as well. If I'm looking at a treat, similar category, I'd probably say what I mentioned to McSweeney before, the crunchy nut clusters,
Oh
the
yeah,
chocolate
yeah,
ones. Mate, they've
yeah.
got the chocolate swirls in there as well. I can eat that just as a snack throughout the day. It is lovely. Favorite type of cheese?
I'm gonna go with brie.
Oh, that's mine as well, actually.
I've gone away from the English varieties, but yeah, brie. Get a
Um,
bit of stick for that.
Timothy?
Castle Blue, which is
Oh,
probably something you
nice.
guys have heard of. So yeah, it's like a blue cheese, strong as
Mm.
anything, but on a cracker. Oh, fucking sex and legs.
Yeah, obviously mine is probably brie as well, although I don't have it as much anymore. But every now and again, my wife will buy it because she eats it, and I'll steal a little bit of it. But yeah, it's just too fatty and too indulgent. But I do love brie.
What about
Um,
the I was gonna say with like I think it's a type of brie, camembert.
It's very similar, isn't it, to me? It might
Yeah,
as well be the same damn thing, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, it's very close. That soft cheeses, I do love a good soft cheese.
the, the,
Um,
the only drawback with camembert is like it just stinks out the fridge within about a day or two.
yeah, yeah, it can be a bit strong in terms of the smell, but to be honest, it's just another soft cheese. And for me, yeah, I can easily waffle down a bit of soft cheese anytime.
I remember I was at school. Yeah, sometimes my parents used to make me sandwiches like on a I don't know weeknight or something. I made my
Mm,
own as well, but there's one day I went to a Spanish lesson, and basically I was getting like sort of going for like a Spanish like list of like phrases and stuff with this teacher, and the other teacher walked in, and I looked at his face, and he was like as if to say like what the fuck's gone on here? Like it smells, it absolutely reeks, and
yeah.
it was in my bag. It was in my bag, and it was. And he asked me later, he goes, Simon, what was that Spanish teacher that was in there earlier? What was she eating? And I was like, I don't know, maybe like camembert or something. Yeah, but I don't know, it sounds like literally someone's just like, someone's blown off.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Obviously, even with the blue cheese and stuff, it does taste horrible. Not taste horrible, it smells horrible. But
Yeah,
it's
It-
that acquired taste, like on a
yeah,
pizza or cooked. I probably couldn't have just a big dollop of blue cheese just like that. It has to be mixed with something or probably melted. But yeah, Stilton and stuff like that. I used to get the soups, broccoli and Stilton and all that stuff back in the day, and I didn't mind it. So yeah,
yeah.
I guess I just couldn't eat it by itself. Last one I've got on my list. I'm sure if you guys can think of any, in the meantime, do shout them out. But favorite biscuit?
I'll go with Kit Kat.
Oh mate, that's not a biscuit. I'm talking
Yeah,
proper
come
biscuit.
on, that's a bit
Yeah, well,
controversial, cool.
I looked it up. It is a biscuit. All right, so you're saying what that's about digestives or an
Yeah, a
actual
proper
biscuit?
biscuit. I will ask the next question. Best chocolate. You can have Kit Kat for best chocolate, but yeah,
All right,
for
okay.
biscuit, different one.
So I'll back. I'll take that for the next question then. But I'll backtrack on this. I'll say dark chocolate digestives.
Oh, dark chocolate. Oh, I don't like dark chocolate to be honest
Yeah,
with you, mate.
same as me.
No.
Yeah,
No,
Timothy.
can't stand it. Oreo.
Oreo, good shout. I have to go with the traditional custard cream. Can't go wrong with a custard cream.
That's a good
Followed
shout.
closely by a chocolate digestive, not dark milk, normal chocolate. Yeah, let's go on to favorite chocolate. Actually, I know you mentioned Kit Kat, McSweeney.
Yeah.
It's a last minute question, so I haven't really thought about it. But if I had to pick one off the top of my head, I'd probably have to go with Lindt or Lindor. The truffles, or anything Lindt chocolate related, it's fucking lush, although it's fucking pricey. But every now and again, obviously they got in the meal deals, they got the red Lindt chocolate bar, which is quite small and thin. But if I was treating myself, I'd get that as well as part of the meal deal. If not I've been having a lot of Twix salted caramel with my meal deals of late. So that's been really nice as well. But I have to go with Lindt chocolate. Do you want to change your Kit Kat option, mate, or do you want to stick with it?
Uh, so I'll upgrade it to Kit Kat Chunky.
Yeah.
Slightly modify the answer.
Yeah, but you got to give a flavor, normal chunky or like
Yeah,
peanut butter
normal,
chunky or okay, fair
normal.
enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Timothy, favorite chocolate?
Any form of white chocolate for me.
Oh, I do love white chocolate as well, actually. Yeah.
It's just, but I don't
Interesting.
care where the fuck it's from. As long as it's white chocolate, I am happy.
White chocolate isn't actually chocolate. Or
Can you
sorry,
can you
let me
please
rephrase
shut the
that.
So can
fuck
we not
up?
take
Can you
that as an
please shut
answer?
the fuck up? Can you
No, no, no.
please?
The reason I mentioned that is we still at Braemar, Timothy. Do you remember matey from FFA was allergic to chocolate? Do you remember?
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I can't remember his name now.
No, her name Jenna. It was Jenna.
Oh, was
She
it
was
Jenny? Yeah, it was
allergic.
Jenny. Yeah, sorry.
She was allergic to chocolate, and I remember her telling me like, "Oh, but I can have white chocolate because it's not actual milk. It's not actual chocolate." And I was like, "What? White chocolate is actual chocolate, right?" So she educated me on it. I can't remember off the top of my head what what she said now, but basically, like, it's not the same as chocolate. It is chocolate. You know what I mean? So yeah, she's allergic to fucking chocolate, but she can eat white chocolate. So yeah, I don't know how that works, but yeah, that was weird. But I love white chocolate as well. I have to say. So yeah, I mean, in general, for this episode, I want to talk about a few places we've eaten, our favorite cuisines and stuff. Some restaurants that sort of stood out, dishes that we like. Along those lines, there's no real structure to the episode. I want to start off with your favorite type of food. If you were going to choose to go to a restaurant, like what type of food would you opt to get? I mean, I'll link it with obviously we had our little catch up a couple of weeks ago where we went to that Barcelona tapas place in Middlesex Street because I love a paella. I love seafood in general. It's definitely one of my favorite foods. Obviously, being Bangladeshi, we're known for our fish. And maybe it's linked to that. I don't know, but I just fucking love seafood. And I do love a good paella. So obviously, we went there. It wasn't that great. I mean, half the people working there were bloody Indians, so that more or less summed up how genuine of a Barcelona tapas bar it was. The food was all right. Don't get me wrong. The drink I had was nice as well. Oh, fucking overpriced though. But yeah, the paella was okay. It was okay, but it wasn't. I was expecting better from a place like that. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, for my answer, I have to say seafood or paella. Timothy, what would you say?
See, for me, I'd love an Indian. I haven't been to an Indian
What's
restaurant.
that? You love an Indian, mate? We were surrounded with loads of them a couple of weeks ago.
Fucking yeah, no, but they were doing Spanish food. I was wrong. Love an Indian, Italian for me. Pizza, can't go wrong. But I love a restaurant that serves unbelievable burgers or meat or like a barbecue kind of twist. So a, controversial call, and you boys can call me out on it if you want. If I was going to go to a steak restaurant or to a nice meat restaurant and there was a burger on the menu, I would rather have the burger than have the steak.
You've done that with
I'm
us before, though,
Yeah, I was
haven't
going to
you?
say
I've
we
done it.
know
Yeah, we
this.
did that at
Gibraltar.
yeah, exactly. I honestly, I'm such a child at heart that I would rather a burger over like a steak because I struggle to appreciate the steak as much as I would appreciate the actual burger. And I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a fucking child. But any place, have you guys been to like a Byron's or been? Have you guys
Yeah,
been to Big Easy before?
yeah. Once with my
Yeah, I
brother.
have. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big Easy, something like that, where they are not shy on the portion and the food that they give you.
yeah.
That for me hits the spot. I want to leave that place struggling to fit through the fucking door frames and going down in the lift and walking home to the station. I want to know that I've eaten my weight in food.
That Bodine's place was similar to that as well, wasn't it? But I found Big Easy was like the extreme of that.
Yeah, Big Easy is basically like a yank kind of food, but like the effort that they put into like the Big Easy in been to the one in uh Canary Wharf, and then there's the one in Covent Garden as well. They both hit the
Yeah,
spot, both really good with the way that it's laid out. But it's like Americanized food and like the portion size and so on and so forth. But like a Bodine, there's one opposite Tower Gateway, and I
that
went
was
there
one.
years ago. I
Yeah,
think I went there when United, the night when United played Ajax in the Europa League final. We're talking about what, like 2018, 2019, like prior
yeah.
to COVID. And me and Max went out on a date, and it's not a date restaurant to go to because you are literally covered in barbecue sauce and grease, and you're struggling to breathe, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it hits.
The funny thing about that, Timothy, I walk past that every single day when I go to work and back again when I go home. And
Mm,
I walked past it with John Jarrett the other day when I met him,
mm,
and he was saying how he went there. And you mentioning the name just made me remember. Oh shit, I walk past it every day, and I've never been, so I probably should go there.
I would
It,
recommend it, but it is a bit pricey. But it's just
Yeah.
due to the food that you get, obviously.
there used to be
Yeah.
one near McGettigan's in Fulham Broadway as well, but it's now Five Guys.
Ah.
Five Guys as well. I mean, again, you're paying a fucking fortune for it,
Oh,
but the portion size is just
Mm.
not shy
but
at all.
that is one thing I'll say about it. I think like yeah, the amount of chips you get with Five Guys, it's like through the roof, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, it's scary.
But the burgers, it's good that you can customize them. I do like that, but
Yeah.
I think it was a
Yeah.
bit of a slow burner. I think it did take me a while to realise. Yeah, it's decent. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but yeah,
Mm.
I
What
I mean,
about
we've
your
been to.
son? Oh,
I was going
no,
to
go
say,
on.
sorry, I was going to say, like, even like places like that, Five Guys and the other sort of smash burgers and all that stuff, obviously becoming a bit popular now. You can
Mm.
naturally see like the prices are starting to go up. But even back in the day, when we like a Gourmet Burger Kitchen, for example, even going to one of them, like having a proper burger, you compare it with the obviously the burgers of the fast food restaurants. Yeah, this is a proper fucking burger, but I mean, there's not really. A huge difference. Like when you speak of quality, like if you want to go pay £25 for a fucking burger, like you did at Hawksmoor, for example,
Mm.
can you genuinely say, oh yeah, this is out of this world compared to what you'd have from a Five Guys or a McDonald's? You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know what you mean.
Tom, did you have it? You have yours medium rare, don't you? Yeah, Reese has it well done.
Yeah,
Don't even.
medium rare for me.
Well
I'm
done,
sure he's
that.
had a burger when we've been. When he's had it well
Fucking
done.
well done.
Well
Fucking
done is
rated.
literally you need a new fucking set of teeth. It feels like.
But blasted, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I
mate,
think he
proper.
mentioned that he doesn't like the blood and the redness and all that shit, but it's not actually blood coming out, but it's just the mindset, I think. But yeah,
Yeah. What's it called? I
I,
can't
I
remember
I
what
can't
it's
remember.
called.
So someone was talking about it the other day on a video, and they said
He
it's not
doesn't like
actually
creepy
blood.
crawlies either. So for a gentle giant, he's living up to that name, isn't he?
Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry, McSweeney, before butting in. Yeah, carry on, mate.
Yeah. So no. But you're asking for my choice now.
Yeah, like, what would you prefer to go if you were to go to a restaurant? Like I said, mine
Uh,
seafood, Tim Fields was
yeah.
burgers. What would you prefer
I'd
to go and
say
eat?
yeah. In terms of cuisine, Italian because it does tap into a bit of seafood.
Mm.
Again, because it's Mediterranean. I love pizza. I love pasta. Even things like risotto as well.
Yeah, I love
You can
risotto.
go.
Yeah.
You can even go for like mushroom risotto, like veggie options. Like not, I tend to do that, but like sometimes
Mm.
that's an option. Pescatarian ones like seafood linguine. There's
But
also
majority of risottos in
yeah,
restaurants tend to be the mushroom one, don't they? They don't really. Yeah,
Mm.
you get the odd one with seafood, but you don't really have meat with risotto, do you?
No, you don't. No, not at all.
no, you don't. That's a good point. That whereas like say paella, which is I guess like sticky rice, it's not too different to it, is it really? You can either have with meat or
Yeah,
without meat, but yeah,
I know some places like to put chicken in there, but for me, like a paella is with just seafood. It should be prawns, mussels, clams,
yeah,
maybe a little bit of lobster if you're being fancy, stuff like that. But a proper risotto, sorry, a proper paella
yeah.
is for me seafood.
I was going to say also about Italian restaurants. I think their choice of desserts are pretty good. But I think one of my favorite desserts is tiramisu.
Yep, mine too, mine too.
It's yours as well, yeah, because you get
Yeah,
that
it is.
bittersweet, don't you? You get the bittersweet taste from it. It's quite unique.
And the
I
coffee,
just think
yeah.
all round they able to produce brilliant starters, mains, and desserts fairly effortlessly. Haven't been to too many bad Italian restaurants to be fair. I've been to Italy a couple of times. And when I first went to Rome, I literally rocked up and was pretty hungry in the afternoon and had the lasagna. It was unbelievable, mate. Absolutely unbelievable. Best I've ever had. And that was like first
Mm-mm.
time I actually stepped foot in Italy.
It's funny you mentioned Italy because I remember when I went to Rome as well myself, when I went with my wife and my daughter, obviously you get the usual places, we stay pretty dead center in the middle. And you got loads of these restaurants, people trying to bring you in, and we found one hidden away, which it was empty because it was middle of the day, but it was really posh inside, and I almost felt bad going in there. But we went in there, we got we got takeaway dishes because we had my daughter with me. She's like 1.5 at the time or whatever she was, and we got this pasta dish, and it was like egg yolk. It tasted so rich and so I can't even find a word for it, but it was so fucking good. It was pricey. We think, oh fucking hell, we just paid €10 for this small little bowl of food, but it was so damn good. And
Yeah,
for the life of me, I don't know what the hell that restaurant was. Like if I wanted to find a name, I wouldn't know. But I think I would love to do that, where I go to a really fancy Italian place one day. I mean, the closest we've been to fancy Italian. I mean, Timothy, when we used to go Bancone, I used to love going there as well.
Mm.
Always great dishes there. I might actually be going there tomorrow when I go and meet Rito. Always really nice dishes. And it wasn't that overpriced either. When it comes to it, so that's a good one, McSweeney. If you want to go to an Italian restaurant one day,
yeah,
we can head down to Bancone and do that again. The menu is very simplified and not that expensive, but it's fucking good. I think they've got Michelin star as well, actually. Now.
oh,
I
there you
think
go.
they
It's
do. Yeah, I think
all
they
fine
do.
dining.
Yeah, I was looking at the menu earlier on the weekend that they've actually got the Michelin on the actual menu. Before they were recommended by Michelin, like Michelin recommend you go to this restaurant, but now they've actually got a star. And again, it's not overpriced. You think with Michelin, you automatically think, oh yeah, it's going to be fucking expensive, but yeah, that one was really good. One thing I do want to mention as well before I forget, like I think in general, like Turkish grilled food and stuff like that, Lebanese, I do love that sort of stuff. And normally, it's like I go to, even if it's takeaway, a kebab or whatever. I think definitely that's high up on the list along with seafood for me, for sure.
Yeah,
We've been to a few decent restaurants in our time. We can go on to that as well. Obviously, Haas, we've been there many times.
yeah,
I'd say it is a pretty posh place. Obviously, the prices have gone a bit extortionate over the years. I remember back in the day, a good old mixed grill with rice used to be like 15 quid, and now you're looking at about 25 quid, and you don't even get rice with it. Remember when we went there? I was like, oh yeah,
yeah.
they don't give rice with a fucking mixed grill anymore. So
Wasn't
yeah,
wasn't that like, because I think the second or third time we went there, I know the first time we went there was like around about that picture I sent to you the other day, like July 2020.
yeah, COVID time,
You
yeah,
used to have your long bonnet.
yeah,
I'd cut mine, but it was like that was when you got the full deal. But then I think the time where it was pissing it down with rain, and
yeah,
you were
yeah,
like
yeah.
just you try not to get
Spare
soaked on the street
change.
corner. Yeah, spare change. Yeah, um,
Yeah,
that was like maybe like 2 years after that, or maybe 18 months,
yeah. The
whatever it was,
prices had gone up. Yeah.
and it was like, where's the rice? Where's the rice come
Yeah,
with it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's very sneaky. Normally on the menu they say comes with rice or thingy, but they didn't have it there. So naturally I just assumed, oh, they're going to give rice. But then in the end, I think they didn't even have rice when I asked for it. They gave me bulgur instead, which is fine as well,
Yes.
but I had to ask for it, obviously, and they added it onto the bill. But yeah, I think, like, even when we've like gone abroad and stuff, obviously, when we went to Gibraltar, we have to mention Casa Pepe, the infamous restaurant. Where I think you guys did have me and Timothy shared the paella, didn't we? You got something else, didn't you?
Can,
When we went
can
there,
anyone remember what I got?
swordfish was it?
Yes,
Something
he's
like
right.
that,
It
Yeah.
yeah.
was swordfish.
You
Yeah,
know what? Swordfish is banging. Potatoes. I mean, it's pretty hard to screw up cooking potatoes. Is like the sort of
yeah, yeah,
the chips, but they weren't hard, but they were like a bit kind of tired tasting. Like they'd been
mm,
sort of
mm,
lying around
mm,
for a bit. But the veg with it was okay. But yeah, the swordfish is pretty good.
mm.
I've had it at
What
a
did we
few
have for
places.
starters there? I mean, I know we had calamari and stuff. I think we got a mixture of starters there, didn't we? I mean, I know I fed my calamari to the pigeons, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was one. But to be honest, even majority of the restaurants we went to in Gibraltar were pretty good. The gaucho was very nice, was very good. Not as good
Yeah.
as gauchos in the UK, if I'm honest, but that was really nice. Even that place we had fish and chips in that cafe. I can't remember what the name of the cafe was, but that was pretty good. I mean, I did enjoy. You can't go wrong with fish and chips, but it was good as well.
Oh, was
So
that
is
the?
that was
Yeah.
that in the morning or was that the
Yes,
more
it
the
was. It was
first
a
morning?
lunchtime. No, second morning. First morning when we landed, we had a full English.
That was with the
Uh,
Scouser, wasn't it? At that fish
Yeah.
and chips place. I wasn't
Second
a
day.
fan of that. I thought
no,
because me
with
and
the
you had a
Scouser, we had
sandwich
something
shop, didn't we?
else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, with the Scouser, we had something else. I can't even remember what I ate at that restaurant with
I'll
that
be able
Oh,
to
I
remember it
know
in a
the fish
minute.
and chips one you're on about now. That was
in the morning
before
in that
the rock.
cafe. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah, it was. It was. So yeah, first morning when we landed, we had I just mentioned it, the full English, and then that evening we went to Casa Pepe's, and then yeah, I don't think we ate anything else during that trip really, apart from gaucho and obviously the fish and chips, and obviously that lunch we had
Well, we had
at
that.
that Scouse place.
Yeah,
Oh, the
the Scouse
paella on the
place
last day. Yeah.
was that
So I was going to say we had paella on the last day as well. We went to a restaurant, remember,
by the
by the
boat, wasn't
lake.
it?
Yeah, but yeah, yeah, we had paella there, and that paella was actually pretty good. And I was just trying to force feed you guys to eat it because there was too much of it, if I recall.
Well,
But
it wasn't just that, was it?
yeah, but I think I I think in general, like, where else have we actually like really gone out? Obviously, we went to Prague. We had that lovely restaurant. We had the steak as well. That Hooters in the morning. Where else have we gone? Well, like all three of us together. I'm trying to
Yeah,
think.
yeah. The steak place in Prague was outstanding, wasn't it? I thought
Yeah, that
that
was
was
really
really
nice.
good.
That was really good.
Um, we have.
Where else?
We went to that place with Maurice recently. Tom wasn't there, but like we had surf and turf at a couple of places, haven't we?
Oh yeah, in Amsterdam we had surf and turf somewhere, but they
Yeah,
didn't give lobster. They gave prawns instead.
yeah.
And
Disappointing, wasn't it?
yeah, it wasn't that great. And even last time when we went to Amsterdam, we meet you and Maurice and Jack. We went to a restaurant, didn't we, in the evening? I know Jack wasn't there with us, but I can't remember what I ate actually. I think Maurice paid for me because I was hassling him to pay me for something I helped him out with.
Yeah,
And I couldn't finish it because I was full and I did it. But that was nice. I think it was like a Turkish Lebanese, sort of place.
yeah,
But
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
trying to think that.
yeah. No,
No,
we
I
did
was trying to
have
think of
like
somewhere else
fries.
that we've been with Timothy.
Yeah, it has. During COVID, a place at Old Street kind of way.
Yeah, but no, I can't remember that one actually. Was it
It
live pubs?
has.
Did you say?
It was during COVID, and fucking me, you,
Yeah.
and Simon went there, and because it was COVID, there was like there were literally us in the whole of the restaurant, and then after the meal, we then went back to the rack,
That was
had a few
hard. Yeah, that was
drinks.
so that was hard in Finsbury. That was the normal one we go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of other places that we've been together. Like
I-
actually
I'd
sat down in a
say. I
Oh, I
mean,
thought
restaurant.
you meant. Oh, okay.
I know it's a pub, but we did the banker, didn't we?
Mm.
We,
It.
we
I'll still
yeah we
count it
did.
because
Yeah
I'd
we
say. Well, I
did.
mean, but it is a question for everyone. And if you it's putting on the spot here, what's the best sort of pub food you've ever had, like at a pub or an establishment like that?
Ooh, for me, it's got to be either the fish and chips or pie.
But like,
I,
which restaurant would you say has given? Can you think of like pinpoint it to an actual location or somewhere you've been to?
I remember that one time, I think it was during COVID, we were at the astronomer, we went downstairs.
Oh yeah,
I had a pie there. It was really nice. I can't remember what
yeah,
it was. I think it was mushroom and something. I can't remember what it was, but it was
yeah,
really nice. And I remember the greens as well they gave with it were really nice. Obviously, we've been spoons a few times. Even like when we flew out to Amsterdam, we had spoons in the morning, and that was all right. But you can't go wrong with full English first thing in the morning.
yeah.
Um,
What
um,
about the pub that me, you, Simon, and Simon's missus at the time, and then Mags? We all went
oh.
to a place in Aldgate, didn't we?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't remember what I even fucking ate there.
What
That
roast
was
dinner?
for that was the roast lunch sort of thing. I can't even remember what I had. But that was all right. That was all right. Again, it wasn't something that probably blew me away, but it's always difficult finding something like that. Sort of slow cook roast sort of thing. But yeah, no, that was all right though. It was all right. You
Oh
just got me thinking. I
yeah,
forgot to do another.
because I've got to say a lot of the Irish pubs I've been to, and we didn't eat in McCarthy's in Prague, did we?
No, we didn't.
We didn't. We obviously were in there, but the best I think food I've probably had in a pub is Ganley's in Morden. Tom, have you been there?
Um, yeah, I have. That's a bit of a shithole pub, isn't it?
Well, the pub's actually fine, but like obviously, yeah, outside is at least a lot to be desired, shall we say? But uh, yeah, the food in there is unbelievable. Like the staff are really good, really cheerful. I mean, yeah, always are the Irish, but it's quite a big pub as well. But yeah, I definitely recommend the food in there. Which, if you
Mm.
ever come towards our way, I might take you there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I'll be more than happy to, mate.
Yeah,
for me, like if I'm getting pub grub, like the memories, like the long lasting memory for the food will have to be the Sunday roast or some kind of Sunday based meal. Like even if you go to if you go to like a Toby Carvery, like the meat's got to be bang on point. The Yorkshire puddings, the roast, the potatoes, the vegetables, and the gravy, and so on and so forth. Any other kind of like pub grub, like burger or nachos or anything like that. If it hits the spot, then fair enough. But I'm not going to be impressed by it. The Sunday roast has got to be the de la creme, you know.
yeah,
Speaking about pizzas, obviously you mentioned Italian food. Me and Tim used to go to this nice pizza place where we used to work at Braemar. You remember 50 Caro? Those pizzas were
Yeah,
really good
yeah,
pizzas.
yeah.
Um, th there was another one. Obviously, we went Banconia a few times as well. Um, in terms of one place I've gone to for many years, I think like 15 plus years probably now, and I've always loved. And I actually took Maurice there once before we went to cinema. So it's in Mile End. There's a breakfast place. So obviously, I love having a full English. And there's a breakfast place. Obviously, they do halal meat, so it's beef sausages, turkey ham. And I remember taking another guy to work with there as well, and he wasn't a fan because obviously he's used to having the pork stuff. And he was like, yeah, it's all right, but it's not great. I think Maurice didn't mind it. I can't remember. I'll have to ask him. But I've gone there so many times, and I was actually thinking like, if I know Timothy, you probably won't be able to because of your girls, but if we do go watch Superman, maybe, and if we go Westfield again, McSweeney, I feel like I need to take you to this breakfast place. I want to get your opinion on it.
yeah. I'm up for that. Yeah, we went Stratford.
Yeah,
Yeah, Yeah.
So it's in Mile End. So basically, you get off at Mile End station, and yeah, you just got to walk down a little bit. I'll obviously pick you up from Mile End,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a full English, but it's not your proper normal English, full English. But I've gone there for years and years, and it is one of my favorite places to go and have a full English. And they give chips, beans, the whole lot, mushrooms. But yeah, like I said, it's turkey ham and beef sausages instead of pork. So yeah, I'll be interested to get your opinion on that one.
Is it
Um,
a fairly sort of like economy one, or is it more like is it posh up market? What is
Oh
it?
no,
What's
no,
it like?
no, not posh at all, not posh at all. No,
Yeah.
no, no. There was like this boom of full English. Obviously, the halal stuff is hard to find. So
Yeah.
where I used to live near my mum in Mile End and stuff, a couple of cafes opened up and they started serving full English, and other places nearby followed suit. So there was another one that used to be called Meds, which people used to go to, which I went to as well. And I was like, yeah, it's not that great. I think it was run by someone else, I think Turkish or something like that. And just inside, it was a bit dark and dingy, and the service was a bit shit. So one day we were gonna go, and we went like a couple of doors down, and there was another place. It's called Delizia, the restaurant I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, and we went in there and we're like, oh, they got full English as well. It was empty inside, and we sat down and it was fucking lovely. And yeah, like I said, about 10, 15 odd years I've been going back there. I've not been in a while, not been since I came back to London in August. I remember taking my daughter and my mate there when I came back, but so I haven't been since. So yeah, I think with the Superman movie coming out next month, although I am on a diet right now, I will definitely sacrifice one day to go and have that full English. So yeah, that'll be good.
I was actually going to say you jogged my memory. I'm sure Tom's been to this place as well, but one place we have been to as well, you and I, is Bill's. I know a lot of people have been to
Oh
Bill's.
yes,
I,
Bill's.
I, I, when did we go?
We went for was it after Mission Impossible, wasn't it? The 7-part one, and then before the AEW thing at Wembley
Oh yeah, of course. That
with
because we were
Campbell
trying to
and
get
Rory. Yeah.
into. Yeah, we were trying to go into Burger Kitchen, but the fucking service was shocking, wasn't it? So we went to Bill. Yeah, I didn't even remember the name. I can't
So,
remember.
yeah, I think Bill's is pretty good. But what about you, Tom? What do you reckon?
Yeah, see the name rings a bell, and remember I like it, but I'm trying to look at where the fucking place was.
But because again, they do. I've been to like various ones, but they do like your full English breakfast. They do obviously burgers. They do other dishes as well. But like the desserts are pretty good.
Yeah, I remember going
Cheesecakes.
to cheesecake. Wimbledon. I've been to the one in Wimbledon. Been to
Yeah,
the one in Kingston as well. And the one in
yeah.
Kingston, like that was pretty because it was like a Monday morning. It was a Monday lunchtime, so me and Mags were out, and like the restaurant was quiet as anything. So we were like, it's going to be a little bit shit, but the food was just so on point. It was unbelievable. Yeah, that's a good old shout, boy. Good old
Yeah.
shout.
Mudge, did you ever have any food in Rack and Tenter?
Oh, good question. I don't think I ever had a sit down meal there actually. I think we might have had nibbles and stuff like chips and all that crap, but
Yeah,
I don't think I ever sat down for a meal there. We went to the other one. I think I went with you and Matt and with some of other people from SH a few times. What's the other one? What's the other pub nearby?
Globe.
We had a no, no, no. It wasn't the Globe. I think it begins with a C, Carpenter or something, or what's it called?
Oh, Telegraph. Yeah, that was that Christmas one, wasn't
Telegraph.
it?
Yeah,
Was
sorry,
it around
Telegraph.
Christmas
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, but we used to go there. I think we went there
Yeah,
once. I might have been with Medway as well. We went there once or twice for lunch. So to go there and I
yeah.
had lunch there, which was nice. Just a bit more of an expensive, nice sit down lunch. But yeah, that place was quite nice, and I think we did have Christmas lunch there as well. Yeah,
We
I'm not
did. Yeah,
sure if you.
you have fish and chips.
Yeah, were you with us for that one? I think Tom would have been there, but I don't know if you
Yeah.
were there already.
Yeah,
I think you joined just before as I was leaving, well, didn't you? So yeah, I think Tom was there, but yeah,
yeah,
you might have gone after I'd left already. Yeah.
yeah. Because you definitely we met with you after you'd left, and yeah. But no, again, yeah, food in the pubs now. Because my dad said when he was younger, like food in pubs was like basically a laughing stock.
Oh, it
You
was a
would
What,
you wouldn't
really
go to a
sandwich,
shit?
pub.
yeah, like a
You would
cheese
not
and
go to a
pickle
pub to have
sandwich.
food.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah,
wouldn't have to.
but I guess would you say it's more popular now because you can get a nice cheap drink, or you can for the atmosphere? Or why would you choose to go to a pub instead of going to, let's say, a proper actual restaurant? Is what I'm trying to get at. You guys will obviously be able to answer that better than I can.
But Tom start.
What was the question? Sorry, I was watching a
Fucking
Bayern Munich
hell.
goal. I was watching a Bayern
Supposed to be
Munich goal from
fucking
Harry
paying
Kane.
attention.
What's the
So,
question?
why would you opt to go to a pub to eat a sit down meal rather than go into a proper restaurant?
Well, it's more of a chilled out vibe. Like if for starters, you can go into a pub and wear a pair of trainers and shitty jeans and shitty t-shirts, so on and so forth, instead of having to go to a restaurant and get dressed up. A pub, it sounds weird, but you feel like a lot more safer because you've had a few drinks and you're like, fuck it, let's just have a little bit of food here instead of having to find a restaurant to go to, or you made reservations somewhere. It makes it a lot easier. And pub
So
food can
you'd
always,
say you'd go there for the drinks for first port of call, but if you're hungry, then yeah, you'd be like, oh yeah, fuck it, I can get
yeah,
some food as well.
exactly,
So it
yeah.
would,
It
yeah,
saves you
fair
going
enough.
to like a McDonald's or like a Boots and grabbing a fucking sandwich. Mate, just stay where you are and just grab food there. And it is a bit of a safer bet as well. Like you can grab like a toasty, or you can grab like a baguette or a pie or whatever, instead of having to get like a pasta. I mean, I can imagine having like four or five pints and having to go to like an Italian restaurant to then go and have a fucking
Mm.
pasta. What's the point of that?
Uh,
Where you can just have like a pizza or a
Yeah,
pub, you know?
I get what you're saying. I guess for me, I know when you're using the word safe and stuff. Like for me, like when I think of pubs, like even the ones I've been to, although I don't drink, obviously I'll go to tag along. It's always a case of, I like the peace and quiet setting. A restaurant feels a bit more civilized, whereas in pubs, it's depending on what time you go, it's more busier, it's more crazier, it's more loud, and it's not the sort of setting I like. So if I'm going to sit down and eat, I'd rather be in a nice, peaceful restaurant. But at the same time, restaurant will be full of people, might be loud as well. So yeah, I can't really use that as an excuse. But yeah, I never think of a pub as, I'm not going to go out and go, oh yeah, fuck it, I want to go to a pub and have a meal. You know what I mean? It will be, oh, you go, as you just said, you're going to go to a pub to have a drink and then
Mm,
maybe get some food. Whereas with a
Yeah,
restaurant, you're going there to specifically have a meal, and then yeah, obviously the drinks are going to be more expensive, but yeah, you get what you pay
yeah,
for.
yeah. Then like the price as well. The price can be like a little bit steep, but it's not too shabby at the same time. Well, what about you, Simon? Why do you think?
I agree with that because I think food is secondary. But I guess if you're going for a pub lunch, then yeah, the food is going to be more sort of joint with the drinking. But yeah, if it's like after work or whatever, or in the evening or whatever afternoon, whatever time is acceptable to start drinking, uh, which is open for
Yeah,
debate, isn't it? Really, but what I'm saying is a pub lunch would be okay. The food is equal sort of priority, but if it's sort of later in the evening, yeah, the food tends to be further down the pecking order. But I know, like some Maurice again, I'm mentioning him again. He would just religiously get his fish goujons and other stuff as well, and it's like to him that was clearly like more of a priority.
mm,
But yeah, like yeah,
Mentioning Maurice, I have to the story of when we went to Timothy's birthday party. I can't. I always think about it and I laugh about it. And it is quite funny. Obviously, he didn't like any of the food that was there, so he went and ordered a box full of fucking chicken on his phone on Deliveroo. And then we're standing there in the kitchen eating fried chicken, and then Tom, your dad walks in and goes, where the fuck did fried chicken come from? There's food already in the house. Hello, yeah, Maurice didn't like anything and he was hungry. He was, oh, fair enough.
I don't get it. I
I'll
mean, it's
always
all
laugh about
decent
that.
fucking grub. I mean, the guy's a fucking moron. I
He's
mean, I
not, no,
don't.
he's very fussy with food, like with the fucking steak. We laugh at him every time he gets fucking well done, or he doesn't like the meat being. Even when we went to, I think with Fizenda recently, the SH catch up we did,
yeah,
he wanted to get his money's worth as well, and he was very fussy about the type of meat they were giving. Obviously, me and you, Simon, actually, we should talk about that. We had the lobster. And the tiger prawns, and we had loads of other small dishes as well, which it was really, really nice. I have to say, it was really nice. Yeah, obviously on the pricier side, but it was good food. And
I still prefer Hawks more. I'm biased, but it was
yeah,
it, it was good.
yeah,
It was good. It was more Brazilian,
Mm.
wasn't it?
yeah.
Portuguese cuisine.
It wasn't as posh. Let's be honest. I mean, it wasn't as posh. But yeah, obviously they went for the unlimited meats where they come around in
Oh
the
yeah,
big old skewer, and you choose your meat off the bone, whatever it was, off the skewer. Sorry. But yeah, if you're gonna have a proper sit down meal, then yeah, the likes of Hawksmoor and stuff are obviously much better.
yeah. No, I totally agree with that. What would we say is our favourite restaurants then? that we've been to? If someone had to put a name out there.
Oh, you know what? Although this isn't my favorite, but I just remembered another one us three went to, and there was the one in Canary Wharf. The
But the
what
tapas
was it?
place.
Yeah, the tapas place, and that was really posh as well. But the food was really fucking good there. I remember again getting the paella there a long time ago with two other mates, and it was fucking pucker, which is why I wanted to go back there. That was really good. But if I'm thinking of the best restaurant I've ever gone to, that's a tough one. I might have to go with a gaucho I went to. I can't remember where it was. It was in the city somewhere. And even the side dishes, the mac and cheese that I had there was so fucking good. I remember like, everything we ate. Obviously, my mate he had steak as well, and he said it was amazing. Um, but yeah, it's a tough one to answer. I don't think I can actually answer that.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Tom?
Um, I'm gonna go. I've got two opinions here. So Hawksmoor. If I was in the UK, Hawksmoor, because it's meat. I love meat. I can't go wrong with meat. It's a nice setting. It's like when we all went a while back. I mean, I can't remember when the fuck it was now, but it was
It was my
nice.
leaving dinner. Yeah,
It was
2023
December.
December. Yeah.
yeah. It was pricey and probably more expensive because we all had to pay for fucking merch. And I don't know whose
Cheers,
stupid
cheers,
fucking that was.
cheers, John Jarrett. That was his fucking
Yeah, I
idea.
know.
Cheers for that, mate.
That was a prick. But you know when you go to those Mediterranean kind of cities and all these restaurants do the exact same fucking culture of food. So if it's Greek, it's always going to be bread and meat with like a little side of chips or whatever you want to keep it sweet. For the Italians, it's going to be like a bog standard pizza or bog standard pasta or whatever the case is. Me and Mags were in Athens. I think it was about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and we were milling around the city, and we wanted to find somewhere to go and have food. So there was a restaurant that we found on TripAdvisor, and it wasn't that bog standard Greek restaurant where like it's tourist central, and you would get a shitty bit of meat and a shitty bit of bread for like and for a next level mortgage price. A lot of people said it was a brilliant place, that it was like a family-run restaurant. There was a lot of love put into the food, and they like embraced tourists. They didn't just go, oh, let's give them really shitty food. They were like, we actually treat them with like a lot of love. So we went there, and um, it felt like a family's fucking front room. It was so
Mm.
small, it was so tiny, but the food was your bog standard Greek food. But the love and the flavour put into it was next level. I can't remember the fucking name of the restaurant. I'm trying to find it online for the last half hour, and I'm pretty sure that my imagination wasn't playing tricks with me. So if I do find it, I'll comment on the Facebook post with the podcast. But yeah, that
Well,
place that I can't remember what the fuck it's called.
I'm going to Athens in October, so yeah, definitely let me know because I'd be
Yeah.
keen to check that out. I know we're coming to the end now, and one thing I would say is, I mean, the amount of social media posts I get about food because I clearly love watching food videos on my fucking phone, and I know I send you guys some of them every now and
Yeah.
again, but there's so much out there to yet to discover. You know, there's so much you know. So it's just obviously finding the time and having the money to obviously go and fucking enjoy yourself, but it's a topic we could have gone on for hours about this
I'm actually
as
gonna just
well.
just gonna shoehorn in my choice
Oh yeah, go on, mate. Yeah,
before we go off air. So I'd say the Ivy.
Oh, I've never been there.
You never been
never
there?
been.
I
No.
definitely think you should go at some point. I think Tom, you've been to Ivy, haven't you?
What?
You've been to Ivy?
Where? Which one?
I
Remember?
don't know. It's one of those I used to talk about it at work because I tend to go with my family a bit, like for birthdays and Mother's Day, Father's Day, that sort of stuff. But
Mm.
yeah, it's one in Wimbledon Village. I've been to one in Chelsea, South Kensington. I'm going to sound like I've got like, loads of money now. Uh,
Yeah.
so I'm absolutely loaded, mate. Uh, but no, honestly, like I thought it'd be again just ludicrously expensive, but
Mm.
all the times I've been there, I've even taken my mum to like afternoon teas there and stuff, and like they do like pretty good deals for it. and it's not.
Mm.
And again, the standard service is always on point, and the staff are really good. The food itself it's quite varied, but yeah, I'd say the Ivy would be my
Mm.
choice for my favourite restaurant or best restaurant I've probably been to overall.
See, when it comes to restaurants like that, like the Ivy, I always think about the Ned at the same time, and I don't know
Oh,
why. When I think
the
of the
Ned.
Ned, I was thinking of Ivy, and I'm thinking extortionate amounts of money for like even like a bottled fucking beer, you
Nah,
know?
nah, honestly, mate, it's the Ned when we walk past it in the morning.
Mm,
You can always smell like the sort of rich food that's being cooked,
yeah,
even at like 8 in the morning. But I think that's next level. Whereas the Ivy, it's got next level service and next level standards, and
Mm.
probably the name is next level because of where it's based, like Kings Road, etc. But I can't comment on theirs because I've never actually been there. But I'd imagine it'd be
yeah,
next level.
I would think so.
One to definitely try and check out one day, the Ned. I've seen videos online of breakfast buffets and stuff and all sorts. I know it's expensive, 150 quid a head, but
What's
stuff
your
you
plan?
get.
What is your plan to infiltrate us into there?
I'm sure we can hit it one day. Again, I guess at this moment of time, obviously, Timothy, with your girls being so young, it's a bit tough to get you out. But hopefully,
Mm.
once that gets a little bit more relaxed, yeah, I would like to hit a few more places. Like even if we can somehow manage it, like once a month, where we go, all right, let's go to a new restaurant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It'll be nice to do that.
yeah,
On that note, let's call it a day. Again, I'm sure we could have gone on for a lot longer talking about fucking food. It's never ending. But yeah, as always, a pleasure,
yeah.
Bellens, and have a good evening.
Yeah,
nice one
have a
for that, boys. Enjoy
good
your
See you
week.
next
evening.
week.
Good evening.
Cheers, mate.
Arrivederci.
Good evening. Layers, mate.